The following presentation is brought to you by the Pride of ODU, the official NIL collective of Old Dominion Athletics. Be a monarchist. Join the Pride.
Everybody good? All right. Same old story. You dig yourselves a hole and you fight your rear ends off to get back in the game and to, try to squeeze one and eke one out. But again, we just can't continue to put ourselves in the hole we put ourselves in and and then rely on, heroics to get back in it. So back to work we go. And we got 4 games on the road, and we got to find a way to get this right, so we can have the type of season we know we're capable of.
At one point in the game, went away from playing a 5, brought Drew and seemed to that lineup with Drew and Zach in there and going back and forth seemed to have some success. So that's something that we might see more of, where matchups are going to dictate.
I mean, matchups. I mean, they have bigs. Don't get me wrong, and no disrespect, but they don't have centers. They have a bunch of wings, and I guess technically you can call somebody a forward on their team. 13's a forward, 11's a forward, 24's a forward, but they don't have centers. So matchup wise, it was a little different today, and Kyle and Donovan specifically because they played. I know it can be frustrating for them, but it is what it is. And when you get in a hole like that, you need as much speed as you can possibly get. So that's kind of where we were tonight or today.
You guys were a player or two away from coming back and winning the game. Maybe just one more turnover away. Do you draw any solace, any consolation from how hard you played, how well you played the last 5 to 8 minutes?
I mean, you go to Maryland, you go to uh, uh, the last game against App. I mean, similar story. I mean, do you applaud yourself for not quitting? Yeah. I mean, in a game that's so easy to, especially with the way the game goes these days, um, it would have been easy and we didn't. So, yeah, we should acknowledge that. But I mean, we did it to ourselves. It's not like, we got dealt a bad hand and we fought to get back. I mean, we picked our own cards. And we just cannot continue to do that. So, yeah, like it is what it is. We wanted to start out today pressing a little bit. We scored 2 points in the first 7 minutes of the game. It's hard to press if the ball doesn't go through when you're just having to retreat and transition defense the whole time. So, just so many things that I mean, think about that. What 33 minutes of the game, we scored 84 points. In the first 7, we scored 2. The pace, the pressure, just the energy we played with the last 33 minutes of the game, even though it wasn't perfect and they, had hit 2 threes and a dunk. They had a couple plays in a row go their way, but I mean, we stood there and we fought the entire time. So, yeah, acknowledge the fight. We've got to get better at the start.
Question for Rob and for KC. We're talking with Coach about slow starts. Not every game, but a lot of games. You two are leaders on this team. What do you guys got to do to get off to not such deep holes, because it's hard to dig back?
I mean, we can't stop, if something goes left, but when it goes left, being, the 2 guys that look at each other and look at our team and put our foot down, not letting them get to from 7 to 14, then to 20. After that first media timeout, we might have been down between 7 and 10. We could have, put our foot down there, and we didn't. And that's on us as leaders. Our coaching staff did their jobs as it pertains to, letting us know that we can stop the bleeding right now. We don't have to wait to get down 20. James Robinson told us that in the huddle, and I just feel like as much as it is our play, we need to lead with our voices as well. So definitely just going back to the drawing board with that.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what Rob said. I mean, oh, my fault. I just feel like just something we just gotta work on. I mean, it happened the last couple games now, and that's just something that we just gotta work on. And I think it's big thing for us is just our discipline. Big thing coach is saying. And once we get that together, I feel like we're gonna be all right.
I know it's not the result that you guys want, but you guys did show that you can put some offense together yourselves. A couple 10-0 runs there. Had Georgia Southern on their heels in the way. Can you talk about what the mindset was, especially that second one to cut it to single digits?
I said we finally started to play. We started to play with the capability this team was put together for. Started to play with some swagger. Started to play for each other. Nobody really cared who scored the basketball as long as we scored and got a stop and we're in a position to win the game. So I feel like we have a lot to, look back at for this game and say, if we do that at the start, I mean, just look at the cards. We won the second half by 10 points. If we lose the first half by 7 points, we still win the game, you know? So we definitely play hard, but we got to do it for 40 minutes. We got to do it for 40 minutes.
I'll ask the most obvious question for anybody who wants to answer it. The slow start is the problem. How do you get past that? How do you fix it? I mean, you can't.
Sacrifice.
Wait,
That's it. It's merely, what are you willing to give up for this team? That's literally it. Plain. He's gonna do his job. That's why we're here. We trust him. Us as players, we have to sacrifice for each other so that we can win. And no matter who it is, it could be me, it could be KC. Any one of us, any given night, has to be able to sacrifice.
You want to
Uh,
I mean, y'all know how I feel.
Yeah.
So something's going to have to change. And I just literally told them in the locker room. So, back to the drawing board, what that is, we'll figure that out by the time we tip it off in Conway, South Carolina in a few days. But like, we cannot continue to just show up and just be like, hey, fellas, we need a better start and hope that happens. So, yeah.
Don't get it twisted, though. We definitely have faith and believe that we're going to come out on the other side of this. We won't be in this hole for too long. Trust and believe that.
This is obviously not what you expected this season. You expected much more from this team.
Mhm.
Do you think there's still much more potentially to come from this team?
Absolutely. And again, easy for me to say, but also, like, I know it to be true. I think the biggest thing for us is the goals that we have. I mean, like, they're all still right there in front of us. Like, there's not one thing that we said we wanted to accomplish this year that we're still not capable of accomplishing. Other than, we want to be undefeated. Like, everybody says that. But everything that we want to do, we still have the opportunity to do. And honestly, I think that feeds that fight. That feeds that, we're not going to give up. We're not going to quit. We're not going to bag it in. But ultimately, like, there has to be something. Like, we need to win a game. We need to win a basketball game. And then once we win a basketball game, then we can worry about winning another basketball game. And then just watch how, that confidence that we have and guys that, are willing to sacrifice. You know what? My sacrifice is worth it. My sacrifice is helping us. And that kind of snowballs into something. This is nothing like any of us thought this season was going to go. As frustrated as I am, again, I still believe in this team. I still believe in our roster. But also, like, I have to demand it from guys. And if we don't get it, then somebody else has got to do it.
You just
Is that
mentioned,
what you mean about things have got to change.
Yeah, absolutely. And they know. I mean, again, I don't try not to scream so much, but I mean, I'm very honest with them. I tell them exactly what's on my heart, what's on my mind. Um, they know.
You just mentioned needing to win a game. When we talked the other night, that was a lot of the message of we just need to win a game.
Yep.
Getting ready to go on the road, 4 teams that you just see. Sometimes going on the road, probably a good thing, takes distractions away. So to both you, Casey and Rob, like going on the road with your brothers, like how do you get that first one on the road against the guys that you just played?
I want to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the vibes. I mean, if you could be with us just like a couple seconds off of the basketball court, our vibe is immaculate. Taking that vibe and bringing it to shoot around, bringing it to practice, bringing it to game time. That's really what we need to do. Like, I can't sugarcoat it enough. We're prepared. We practice the right way. We have the talent. We have the structure. It's not X's and O's. We gotta put it together.
Yeah, we just gotta be more disciplined.
Facts.
That's all it is.
This is the second time I've heard you hear that. You said that word.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kicker. That is the kicker. Game plan mistakes. Game plan mistakes. Let's keep it there.
Mm-hmm.
Straight on discipline. But the God wrote the story already. What's ready for us and what's planned for us is gonna happen, and we just have to do the work.
The great thing about that, right? The discipline is you're in total control of it.
Exactly.
It's not something that they're doing.
It's all about us. We beat ourselves tonight, and I'm man enough to say I played a part in that as well.
Anything else for coach or the players? Appreciate it, guys.
Thank God.